Sponsors.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Who's Next? And welcome back. This is your boy Naeem Muhammad, all the way from Herndon, Virginia.
Say it like you mean it, man. You from
Herndon?
No,
I am not from.
That's how we do
No,
okay.
I said this is. I'm saying this is from Herndon.
all the way from Herndon.
No.
That's the
I am
first
all
time
the way
we've
from
ever
Baltimore.
heard-
I would
yeah.
never. I don't claim. I don't claim.
How long you gonna do that, man?
I will never claim Virginia. Why would I claim Virginia?
Same way you claim U.S. We can't keep claiming like you from Mali or something.
Okay, that's like 400 years.
Relativity, man. You've been here for like 20 years almost.
No, I haven't been here 20 years. It's been less than 10.
Close enough.
Dude, I am from Baltimore.
It will be 20 one
lived
day.
all
No,
my
and
life in
I'm
Maryland.
trying to move.
I lived all my life in Maryland, and I feel that I am a Virginianite right now. Virginia.
And he feels it. I purposely don't even know half the neighborhoods around here.
No purpose.
Oh my goodness. You know all the restaurants around here.
No, I don't.
Who's next?
You tell me. Who are you?
I am Jay Sizzle.
So, okay, you just...
Jay Sizzle.
So that
Jay Sizzle.
Jay Sizzle.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's on his solo album.
Yeah,
Jay Sizzle.
I'm
For shizzle.
I'm A Malik. There you go. A Malik.
Oh, okay. Why'd you gotta jump on his bandwagon, man? Be you.
Be me? I'm
you.
A Malik.
Okay.
That's me.
Yeah,
It has-
yeah.
I don't
So
know
wait a
about
minute.
those
So
sizzles
tell
or
me this,
frizzles.
Mister. You just moved to North Carolina, so you now you gonna be like, yeah, I'm from North Carolina.
Hey, when the TV comes on about Duke University basketball, I'm like, hey, let's go. What? Yeah, let's go. Barrett and
Married.
Barrett and Zion, two basketball players.
Oh, that's Coach K. It's called Coach K down there. You met that guy?
I've never.
Coach K?
Yeah.
He took me out to lunch, and then I woke up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's wake up out of this and into that. We're bringing. Speaking of
You didn't
locals,
give your name. Are you
no,
indefinitely?
I'm. My nickname at work is Nemo.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Nemo, Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
He's a
Yes,
shadow
Because
work.
he's always out of the office. Where's Naeem? Anyway.
Somebody find him. Speaking of local, I'm not going to say local yokels, but speaking of local people, a brother all the way from Woodbridge. He's from Woodbridge.
I guess that's what it says.
If he goes to Adams, he goes to Woodbridge.
Hey, there are people out all the way from Woodbridge that come at him.
All the way out here. From
People that go to from.
the only reason I know about Woodbridge is because there's people from work. They call it Hoodbridge.
Mm.
You ever heard that?
It's a shame.
What is it?
Woodbridge is nice.
Yeah.
Got a nice mall.
Yeah, we got IKEA down there. So we have Abdullah Jamil returning,
Yeah.
coming back for more. He's 21 years old. He said, my past experience inspired me to get this all off my chest.
Oh.
I'm nervous now. That's not what he wrote. I'm now nervous. Maybe he got something to tell us.
Mm-hmm.
In a society where exposing In a society where exposing is rooted in lies, I wanted to tell the world the truth about myself before someone tries.
Two.
That was a little edit because it was so good.
I'm reading it there.
So he's already got the poetry going.
Oh, gotcha.
Without the two.
Where
But-
do you see the lies? Oh, before someone tries.
You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear
He
that.
read it
No,
like,
no.
oh my
I'm reading
goodness.
it like. Okay, see.
Literally.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
I don't even. I mean, my problem reading is an issue for me, but we can talk about that another time.
Really?
This could be a different show. If you like.
Let's turn to Reading Rainbow with LeVar Burton, like butterflies in the sky. Okay, all right, let's get into it. Let's give our good brother Abdullah Jamil
He is a good brother.
Yeah, he's a good brother. I mean, we know him from Aaron. I'm so glad that he gave us another chance. He said, Dean, give me one more chance.
Give me.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Where am I at? Where I'm at? Yeah.
Where I'm at.
I'm having a bad day today. Abdullah Jamil.
A wise man once told me, sometimes you gotta look in that mirror and have that one-on-one. Like your name's Abdullah Jamil. What happened to you? Where's the passion in you? Why your directions begin to look unmappable? You got giant problems, let it ring twice, but can't find the man in yourself for a faster route, so you back up with that Smith or fire and see what that Mac could do. See, I hate you, I'm mad at you. You're letting this temporary become a permanent tat on you. Look at who crafted you, fashioned you. That smile so absolute. Are you understanding, fool? The last of me will be the last of you. So after me, there's no more casting crew. Your shackled feet at you babysitting. Don't you feel the drafted moon? Your glass screen ain't shatterproof. Master me because he mastered you. The fallen trees escape the battered roots. Where should I plant the seeds of this passion fruit? So look at me the way I look at you, a masterpiece. But now you got the gun cocked. So here goes the collateral. And I started to think about the man I was and the man I become. Martyrdom to the fallen one, the promise and the honest drug. What felt so kept on me up. White lies and black thought, my conscience stuck. I was jumping off a bridge just to fall in love. Thinking what the calling was, know what the problem was. The sharpest cut was not enough. Bahado's first boxing gloves, crumbling the sandcastles all at once. Now I'm playing duck hunt with a flock of doves. So look at me, king. Can you really bear the cost? Do you really regret time with your dad and mom when they're dead and gone? Do you carry loss? Do you want your brother to push and talk to every girl that stares and walks? They told me to bring something to the table, so with this bullet I'll share my thoughts. And I'm trying to be an optimist, so it's one shot is all I got. And I became lost. And the thoughts of sex, my desires became the aggressor to my demonic breath, never often checked. Like, you were raised by 3 older sisters, you forgot about that? What if someone was doing the same to them? Would you rock them to death? You were a hypocrite, you on to the next? Didn't you get your wallet checked? Got tuition, schools and all this debt? See, you're lacking, slacking, no time for anybody including me. Oh, you thought you were set by your looks and always trying to finesse? Going after every girl that's a target threat that you wanted like DOS effects? God gave you, you was always blessed. Yet you acted all this stress, saying you were running out of all this bread, so you pushed away with all these sets, while your mom and dad were trying to give you all the best. And what about the women? Yeah, I've done in the memento, marked my chest. My soul's often left. I was shaking it clear because I couldn't find the right line to sketch. What you thinking cause and effect to your cause and effect? You got broken wings jumping off of a cliff. But I thought this was my home. But you didn't realize that you weren't even an honored guest. So maybe this life has gotten the best of me. Nah, man, this is your test of belief. You're not alone. Ironic that Addie got me feeling right at home, but the angel of death never fell asleep. That's why I sleep with a gun right next to me, asking myself the same 3 questions like, is this my rest in peace? Will I rest in peace? I'm waiting to rest in peace. This cleft disease, rest at ease, feeling heaven's breeze. I'm still awake, counting sheep while the birds are headed east. Till I look down and realize the ground never left my feet. And I try to understand my destiny. They try to dig up dirt around me, but they foreshadow my legacy. With the rose and soil as they stir the right recipe. I'm just trying to find the right direction when there's nothing left in me. You want to break the covenant. Isn't that what you told me? Well, look what happened to Diari. Hey, don't you say his name ever again, you phony. Weren't y'all trouble with the police and he smoked with them when he was only 14? Yeah, but that's my heart and we was kids, never knew where we was going. I wish I can tell you I love you so much and you ain't lonely. Your tweet, somebody please call me. How can I sleep knowing I was on social media scrolling when all you wanted was peace of mind? You give a mind of a piece of its own showing. We really saw Diari lying. Tears down my cheek flowing. I could have saved you, Brody. I was a call away. I wish you showed me. We caught a fair one after I came back to tell you about the glory, but you never felt it and never checked up on you after that morning. I was upset when I told you life would get better and you ignored me. But what good's it now? Cause I gave up, never truly understanding your pain and your worry, and you started drifting slowly. So what good's it now? This pain brought you down to your knees. No prayer hands for your reason. No one ever understood you, homie. He told me I always want to jump off the building. I asked him why. He said so they can see my side of the stories. They don't know me. And so I come from a place where not understanding is beyond belief. Flooded heart, what's an olive branch to an olive tree? Just thinking, who is the Patreon of me? The boat capsized, feeling lost at sea. The second circled, and for no reason should I approach cautiously. Anomaly of the honesty, the blind and truly lost at sea. The hearts ain't followed me. The footsteps covered by the wavering sand and the darkened breeze. I'm getting motion sickness trying to figure out what this drama mean. Balls that's deep, women calling me. Ironically, thinking about the homers and not the sirens. It was so odd to see. Falls asleep at the roar that locks to ease. Skies rippling, the trust you once saw in me. Emotional abuse became at a stronger me. Feeling my heart's harder than me. I'm trying to soften the cause, disease, ego, lies, betrayal. Hawk and breathe down my neck, spine chills, anxiety crosses me. Vacillating lines, but not a beat. Reading what God did teach me, my soul often seeps, blocking out any good that boxes me. Accepting the hardening, false as me. Hypocrite to the one who gave me walking feet, and I'm a walking feet. Rich science, my talk is cheap. I'm trying to dodge the path that the devil offered me. So get up, boy. Understanding situation is not unique. So before you grab the Glock and squeeze, just know that gun represents the autumn leaves. You lost your vision, but you got a lot to see. You never been nothing, but you got a lot to be. Just know the light at the end of the tunnel ain't obsolete. But I'm glad you came here, just to talk to me. Chip.
All right.
All right.
All right, man. Mr. Jamil's back in the house. Back in the house. So, who got something to say? Who got something to say?
Well, I'll start. I'm always impressed with people who memorize like a 5-minute, piece from memory and without any stuttering or hesitation or forgetting lines. That's always impressive. And I've seen, some really good spoken word artists that just got it all up there, So, and I feel it's a little more difficult than memorizing a song because songs, it's repetitive. You got melody. It's just straight up memorization of your piece, which is good. I thought that was nice. That's wonderful.
Yes.
A lot of thoughts that I have.
Tell us more.
Tell us more. Tell me more. I thought he had some very good rhymes in there, like how you have the rest in peace. Like you had those, I guess triple rhymes. When you have 3 rhymes.
Yeah, you like that. You're
2.
a fan of that.
Yeah, I like
you
it.
A lot in your work.
I take, it takes a little bit of thought process to do that.
I get what you're saying.
No talent is in the eye of the
beholder.
Behold their talent.
All right, I like to add to that if I could.
Yeah.
What I liked is his holistic presentation. It wasn't just verbal. It was, he was getting into it with his hands, and I think that does something to you, especially for a spoken word artist. You got to do more than just say it. Right. You got to mean it. And so when he put the mirror up and the birds and got one shot and he's doing gun signs and bird signs and all this stuff, I think that really adds to the performance.
Right.
And I think he writes well. I think he writes well. That one line he said, "I never been nothing, but I got a lot to be." It's just like his play on words. I think that's what we noticed last time. Like his wordplay is really good. I would say 5 minutes is probably too long for a spoken word. Maybe cut that down into a third. But I know the difficulty of it, and the difficulty of the Malik is the process of what do I take away. Like all of this is important. All of this is meaningful. This is my life. This is me in the mirror. I'm talking. I mean, that's kind of how he started out the song. I'm talking with the man in the mirror, right? So I'm dealing with all of this. That is a hard thing to do. I'm still struggling with it. Like, what do you take out? Yeah. But you got to figure it out. But I liked his holistic performance, and I liked his setting too. Like he said, like I think last week, the other guys that were in the field. I liked his setting, like kind of kicking it on the basketball court, like he just was playing ball and then had a thought, like, oh yeah, let me talk to you,
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like you said, I think I like his cadence. I like how, like you said, it is something that is well rehearsed, and I mean, I could see him going to one of the spoken word functions and doing really well with that piece, and especially I think because a lot of the stuff he was talking about is kind of growing up as young men in this country, and there needs to be more. I think there's so much more that needs to be said to young men in this country because of all the things that we see, these mass shootings, we see the things happen with police brutality, we see young men treating women and older people in a certain kind of way. And we need, I think you need these kind of messages to speak to young men who are going through various things. And I think it's a very timely and a very special message. I think like the timing is it was around that time that for me it's spoken word because like you said, spoken word, it's almost like, since it's not really, most of the time it's not really a chorus or anything like that, it's just kind of straight flow. So straight flow for like 5 minutes. I mean, that's a lot of writing. Yeah. That's a lot of writing, and a lot of thoughts that are happening. So I do think you could make it like a little bit more succinct, but
and enunciation too. Like there's some parts where it needs to be like more defined. Statements.
That would be my main critique, is that, you know, like when they talk about, I remember when we started taking some when every once in a while we would run into a vocal coach. Not that we they had like real vocal coaching, even though, you know, I got to see that one lady who was a vocal coach, remember Saphir? Mm-hmm. I got to see a show she did in Atlanta.
She was good.
That lady knows what she's doing. Mm-hmm. But I remember one of the things you talked about, like singing with your whole mouth. Mm-hmm. I think the spoken word artist, like even with he could use your whole mouth. Like sometimes it doesn't look cool. You don't feel like it looks cool when you're doing it. But I mean,
what do you mean when you say it doesn't look cool? I mean, everybody speaks with their whole mouth.
No, they don't. So it doesn't always look cool, but the message comes through. You know, and I think, and there's no mistaking what's being said. You know, that if every word is clear, you know, every word is clear, every word is right there in your face, then the message kind of just like grabs you. So, but we want to see, did this message grab you? So please get on social media, go ahead, like the video, share it with your friends, and let all the people know, because we want to hopefully see Abdullah Jamil be one of those people who's next?
That's bad. It's a bad leader. Bad leader.
We want to see if Abdullah Jamil, I can't say it that way, right?
Will be who's next.
There you go. I feel it this time too. I feel it. I'm with you, Abdullah.
This DeenTV video was made possible in part by Penny Appeal USA, Small Change, Big Difference, and by Recycle Processes Incorporated.